So I came across this video um last night, and this woman's name is Monica. I hope I'm saying that right. Monica Neal HC, right? She's a small YouTuber like me, but she had said honestly what a lot of us, especially me and Urban Ninja, have been saying uh, for a long time. And despite the fact that, you know, a lot of women now are starting to agree that this is what happened, you know, but we still get gaslit and say that it's that, what we're seeing is not true. This, that, and the third. We just don't. We're just what I'm saying, very negative, very just that what we're wrong about what we say. But we're gonna go through this together and just listen to what she has to say, because this is something that uh it's common knowledge, but it's just like the women don't want to some of the women don't want to hear it. But we gonna say it anyway. So here we go.
He said you didn't want the nerd. That's why he's going off on you. Okay? So, my comments in one of my last videos, some guys had well thought out opinions. And it was like basically, I know all the guys been saying it, but these guys just made it more plain. And basically, they said the reason why a lot of men are going hard on women, meaning they're not dating like they used to, they're not financially supporting women, they're not dating the single moms, they are kind of turning against us, is because we women turned against them first.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. I mean, look. You see what's been going on social media, on TikTok, and mainly TikTok. A plethora of women are revealing their true colors, and then in the same breath, there are other women trying to say that, oh, not all women are like that. Oh, this, that, and the third. Yeah, but not even a yeah, but yeah, and y'all still condone the shit. Some of y'all still condone the shit, because it's just like, for one, and this hit home for me because I am a nerd. I got told very early on in my life, not even as an adult, but a kid still going to school, that I wasn't, um I didn't look like I was boyfriend material, husband material, and they didn't really know me, but these black women came to this conclusion. Came to this conclusion. And so ultimately, I had just decided to just forget about them at some point. I like, yeah, I did I you know get with some black women? Yeah, but it's not. But honestly, it felt, it's a damn shame to say this, but each woman that I have came across and I've tried to court, it seemed like a pity party. Not because there was anything wrong with me, but because they just flat out just did not like me, or didn't even want to express their feelings. And I just don't, I never understood that, and it always bothered me. It always got on my nerves, just because this happens, but I still get the question, why are you single? Do you even like black women? Lord knows I've tried. Lord knows I've made videos upon videos upon videos talking about my situation. And it's just like I've tried with women when I was going to school. I've tried women in the church I used to go to. I tried with women at work. I've tried. And I even tried I was getting random messages from women, but they all fell through. Each and every last one of them fell through. Why? Because they were not prepared for the fact that I wasn't what they've dealt with before. And that just threw them off. Because like she just said, they wanted the fucked up individual, because they were used to the fucked up individual and everything that fucked up individual told them.
They said that, this is the gist of it. They said that we wanted too much. We wanted the tall guy, the smart guy, the guy that makes 6 figures. We wanted the guy to take us to luxury dinners and dates. We wanted the guy to make our friends jealous. We wanted the guy to, to show
I don't know what happened,
and,
but in
and
that
travel
regard,
around the world. We didn't want the regular guy.
no,
We didn't want the nerds. We didn't want just the good guy. We
no.
wanted the fabulous guy and whatnot. So we ran after the fabulous guy in hopes that they're going to
I'm
want
gonna let her
us,
finish.
and they only chose a few. So therefore, we got left out in the dust. So the guys are saying, was it on my comments? They're saying, well, since y'all ran after them and y'all got left in the dust, we're not going to be the ones to pick you up.
That right there is exactly what's happening. And it's crazy. It's honestly just dumb that some women are trying to deny that and say that, oh, we're doing this in the place of hurt. No, it's not even the fact that we're hurt. It's the fact that this is what y'all did. It's not even y'all just saying this stuff because you're trying to hurt us. Go to therapy, seek that. No, you need to seek therapy, because why the fuck would you think it's okay after you done got groomed by this fuck nigga that was 10 times more 10 years older than you, in some cases 5 years older than you, with dookie stains in his drawers, that didn't have any a vocabulary, a proper vocabulary, that the only thing that they want to do is smoke, drink, and or whatever. Not really apply themselves, not really, but they got street smart like a motherfucker. And because they have those traits, right? You all for them. You all attracted to them. But then you start to realize, oh shit, I'm getting burned. Oh shit, I got a disease. Oh shit, he doesn't really like me. My safety, my safety is at risk. I'm always in danger. He's always in jail. He's always doing something. He don't want to talk to me. He don't want to do nothing with me. But I gave him all these kids. I gave him my loyalty and everything like that. And that is the problem right there. Y'all are supposed to be smarter. Y'all claim that y'all are supposed to be smarter than us. Y'all are smarter than us. This time, third, emotional intelligence. But you let a dummy take advantage of you. And that has got to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And I've seen it constantly. You let it go on for so long that you've let yourself go. You got body rolls. You look like life, and that motherfucker whooped your motherfucking ass, literally. Chip. In some cases, for some a chipped tooth, the hair is a mess. Look like somebody burned your hair. And not even and you know what? Not even just that. Going back to like the mental. You want to be by yourself all the time. You don't trust men. You have these toxic opinions. And not a damn soul did anything to you except that one dude or those 2 or 3 dudes that you should not have been messing with at all. And so you meet a nerd, they don't, really judge you for who you are. They don't judge you. They just want to get to know you, but you push them away. But then in some years you give them some kitty. And then you want to act like the fuck nigga and just treat him like he was a trick. Cause you want to be left alone. There's a reason. There's a reason why a lot of us nerd men, even to the so-called nerd women, are staying away from them. We even staying away from the nerd women. It's solely because of what I just said. Just because you are a nerd does not mean that you don't fall in the same category. Because y'all fall for the same motherfuckers. And if not that, the white ones. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying right now. Tell me I'm lying right now. Y'all end up getting fucked up on in both case scenarios. Then I've been seeing all these on Thread, whatever, like that new app. Constantly women are asking, where are the nerd men at? Not here. Not here. We're not here. And even if we were, y'all don't really want us like that. And we realize that. We honestly realize that. That was something that we had realized a long time ago. And if you do want us, it's only because y'all want us to do something. Y'all want us to do some things for you. Answer for you don't really like us. You don't really love us, and you never will. You'll always say. And I made this post on TikTok as well. You cannot forget your first love. You'll never forget your first love, no matter how fucked up that individual was. Because you always gonna remember him. You always gonna compare him to us and the life that you have, because you envision that your life with him should have been the life that you're having with someone like me. You're envisioning it. Your brain is completely fucked up.
We're not going to be the ones to, now all of a sudden we're good enough. Now you running back to us, but you didn't want us from the jump. We wasn't good enough. So now it's too late. You see how it feels to be left. You see how it feels to not be good enough, and so forth. So deal with it.
It's not even the fact that they thought we wasn't good enough. It's the fact that we did not fit the narrative in their head. We didn't fit the narrative in their head. We didn't fit the dream state that the celebrity dreams that they had in their head, where you had this thug who was insanely rich. And it's crazy how, back then they had this envisioning to be with a Chris Brown, to be with a Bow Wow, or this, that, and the third. And it turns out that those motherfuckers are not to really be trusted. But then again, they don't really care at the same time, because you got women who will pay $1,000 just to go see Chris Brown. And the only reason why I'm making this parallel is because of what she's about to say very soon.
Okay. Now, that made sense because if you look at, well, first of all, I agree. But if you look at the culture of dating now, especially among black people, it's horrible. We are at each other's necks. I don't know who started it, but that person needs to be beat up and beat down.
That right there, I'll tell you who started it. It's the very people that I just mentioned. You know, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it was social media." No. Social media had furthered on in the infection, but that's not what started it. Way back when we was younger, right? You had women like Beyonce. You had women like Rihanna. You had women, who else? You had women like, I think, what was her name? Oh, Keisha Cole. You had those women. You had women like that, right? Who was constantly making songs about how much they hate men. And not even that, not even just how much they hate men, but how much they would rather belittle men. Even Ciara, Act Like a Boy, Beyonce, I Need a Soldier. She wasn't talking about a military dude. She was talking about messing with a thug and impregnating her. I'm so serious. I'm all the way serious. Then you got Keisha Cole, who's almost every one of her songs has got to do with breakup. It's got to do with divorce. Somebody that cheated on her and she should have cheated. That's where the mentality was created from. It came from them. From them making them songs. And these so-called black women like really taking it to heart. Singing it in their car, singing it while they're going to school. You didn't think that didn't have an impact? Of course it did. They'll try to sit here and say that it didn't, but it did. Because the mentality was there. The mentality that all men just weren't good. Even though they getting pregnant by these same men. You know? We just didn't fit the narrative. Me, I was looked at as a geek. I didn't fit the narrative because I didn't look like what they saw on TV. I didn't look like what they've been dealing with. I just didn't I didn't fit the part. So why would they be attracted to me? Why would any woman want to be attracted to me? Especially, oh my God, especially in the church. Jesus Christ. If I ain't a person who fully expresses themselves about God, and I have this hood, this disposition, is if I ain't fully white, and I have this, and I be wanting to be closer to God. If I ain't no pastor, and I ain't what I just described, they don't want nothing to do with me. They don't want nothing to do with me. Hell, they don't even want me to say nothing to them. If I even go up to them, it's like, oh, you don't exist. And back then, I was the half goth, half emo kid, because I was always wearing black. But I was playing like Pokemon and stuff like that. So I wasn't really favored. Not really. Shoot, the only women that kind of wanted me were the ones that had mental issues. It's a damn shame that I just said that too.
I don't know who started this whole back and forth between us, but we're at each other's necks. Mm-hmm. We really are. Of all race, of all types, all backgrounds, you got a kid, don't have a kid, all of the issues are there and they're on the table. Who's gonna pay for this and pay for that, whatever have. So whoever started this mess wins, okay? So, and they sitting back laughing and having a good time because we at each other's throats. Okay. So
yeah, they
I
rich.
agree with
they
what the men
rich.
said. Because don't forget, ladies, when we were, now this is not anti-woman, this is not pro-man, this is not any of that. This is just facts and comments. Because don't forget, ladies, we were, you know, when we was growing up, we didn't want the nerd. We didn't want
Nope.
the nerd. We didn't want the guy that was into text and video games. We didn't want the skinny guy. We didn't want the one that was a little bit weird and whatnot. We did not want.
Now, granted, I was the weird one. I was a little bit weird. I was also an introvert. So if I ever said anything, man, don't even. Oh my God, yo. When I tell you, it just felt so bad, for real. It felt really bad. It felt really bad. And then it made me feel self-conscious because I wasn't really giving these women a chance, but there was a reason why. Because I got put in that box. And then years later, now but the thing that's crazy and the thing that keeps happening is years later, you get these same women, and they've been put through the ringer. Like I said, like it seemed like life and the dude that they messing with beat they fucking ass. Gave them all these kids and this, that, and the third. They come back, or whether they even know you or not, they find you, try to make small talk, and but you already know what it is. They don't look at us as the best case scenario. They look at us as oh, well, this didn't work, I'll just settle with him. Not even settle. This didn't work, I guess he'll do. Oh, maybe messing with a nerd isn't so bad. There's nothing wrong with him having a poster. There's nothing wrong with him having this kind of stuff. Right? And then on top of that, like the nerd women, let them tell it. We're toxic. We're this, that, and the third. We're too judgmental. We're this, that. We're like this. But here's the thing, though, and I have a serious question. Where the fuck was y'all at when I was growing up? Where were you at? Oh wait, I know where. Y'all were there, but y'all weren't talking to us. I'ma say it again. Y'all were there, but y'all were not talking to us. Y'all did not want anything to do with us, because like I said again, we did not fit the narrative. And if there wasn't something wrong with you, like you didn't, if you had this, if you weren't so attractive and everything, if you weren't that attractive, yeah, of course, yeah, you probably talk to us. You probably would, but at that point, we're turned off. Because how do you tell somebody that you're not wanted? You're not really boyfriend material. You're not this, that, and the third. Yet you've never said one word to me. And you say that while I walk past you in a hallway, dude. In a hallway. Like, what is that? Yes, that happened to me. That happened to me. You can't sit here and say that, oh, this is just coming out of nowhere with us. This is something that happened, that y'all keep denying, that some of you keep denying. But it did happen. And some of you have the audacity to look at us in the face and say, oh, this, what? Why I can't talk to you? No, you can't. Stay over there. You need to stay over there because we know what's up. Because the moment Let that guy that you really want to come back around, and it seems like he's getting his shit together. Oh, you'll fold real quick, especially if he's the father of your kids. It's the truth. Especially if you know you had this emotional attachment with him. It's the truth. Didn't matter if he assaulted you. It didn't matter. Didn't really matter at the end of the day, because if you still got his number in your phone, that tells me everything I need to know. Shit, back then I didn't understand what was going on, but now I do. Now I get it. Shoot, there was one girl. I was this was outside of school. I was dealing with I had a job. And I gave it a shot. I tried to shoot my shot. The one time I did, and I found a girl who was a nerd like me. Come to find out, she didn't really like me like that. She just humored me. And she was not over her ex, who sexually assaulted her, but still had his number in her phone. And was always talking about him, always. And we hadn't, we fell out a couple times concerning this. And I made a video talking about it. And then the next, I want to say like the next few days, she came to me, like, oh, why'd you say that? You could have talked to me. If I could have talked to you, what makes you think I would have made the video? It's impossible talking to you because you can't move past what happened. But she wouldn't want to hear that. Automatically put me in the category that I was the guy that she was talking about. Funny, because the guy that she was talking about, you still keeping in contact with. So what that tell me? That she was just humoring me. You just keeping me around just to keep me around. And you just mad because I caught on to the shit. Then her friend pretty much condoning the shit. And I was cool with her. But then I had to let her go too. She was also on that kind of time, but she didn't want nobody talking to her. But she had a type. You can't say we're making this shit up. You cannot say we're making this shit up, and a lot of us are giving you testimonies of what has happened to us. And then you keep saying that we should try. No, we shouldn't. No, we should not. But let's continue.
Want the one that took the bus to school every day. We wanted the ones that had the car. We wanted the drug dealers. We wanted the ones with the fancy car and the fancy life. We wanted the rich ones. We wanted the basketball player, the soccer player, the baseball player. We wanted the Letterman jacket wearers. We wanted the ones that had the money and the freshest sneakers and all these different things. We didn't want the little nerdy skinny kid that's over there in the corner. We didn't want that. Now we see that these nerds are ruling the world. We see that. We see that they're the rich ones. We see that they're the ones that grew up and had a major glow up. We see that now, but we didn't want the little skinny kid that got beat up and pushed in a locker and stuff like that, followed us around in school and held our books and whatever have you. We wanted the fabulous and fancy ones. So being that we wanted that type when we were in our youth, then we, grew up with that. We started, we set that as a standard. The Letterman jacket wearer was our standard. The drug dealer with the fancy car, he was all popular and everything. That was our standard. So we rolled with that into adulthood. And then now you say, well, why am I meeting all these bad boys and whatnot? Because those same boys that you tried to date back in the days when, you was young. So there is a lot of validity to what the men are saying, is that, I won't say it's all our faults, no. But I'm saying that, We didn't want the nerdy kid. We don't want the bus driver. Even adulthood, we don't want the bus driver. We don't want the electrician. We don't.
No, see, I'm sorry, but I gotta say it is all y'all's fault. Because y'all didn't have to choose that. Y'all made it seem like it was like it was the best thing for y'all to do. Yet half of y'all, a good portion of y'all, are still single in messed up situations with messed up dispositions. Yeah, it is your fault. It is your fault. That is 100% your fault. Y'all didn't have to get into that thug's car. Y'all didn't have to let the dude knock you up, knowing the fact that what he was saying was a bunch of lies. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all did not have to have yourselves succumb to that. You didn't have to. But a lot of you did, because you felt as though that was, y'all saw a future with those men. That's the whole thing about it. You fell in love with what was on the outside, and you thought that there was a future there, and there wasn't. All you saw was wasted time. And a good like portion of the times, those same dudes will do right by another woman down the line. Down the line, with his own set of kids, and you got his kids too, in some cases. Meanwhile, you have this mental breakdown. You're mentally fucked up in the head. Because you're so used to what you grew up with. You're mad ain't nothing working. But there's a reason why ain't nothing working, because you keep falling for the same trap. You keep falling for the same trap. That's the problem. And then you think after you fell for the same trap, but we're gonna pry you out of the trap. No. Stay over there. Stay over there in the trap. Get yourself out. Get yourself out. And just stay to yourself. Open the Bible. Talk to God. That's the best thing you can possibly do. Be there for your children. And just deal with what you're dealing with. Continue to deal with what you're dealing with. That's the best thing I can possibly say. As a nerd, as a black nerd man.
Don't want the regular hardworking guy who has to work, 40 hours a week and he's making $60,000 a year. We don't want that guy, because we want to eat fancy. We want to go to Fogo de Chao. We want to go to, wherever have you, and stunt for our friends. So we don't want the regular guy. So there is validity to that. It really is. And, when they pointed it out like that so eloquently, I was like, you're right. You're right. We threw the regular man away. Now, they have their issues too and all these different things. We can go back and forth all day, but right now, this is where we are. So we didn't want the regular guy. We demanded that they do X, Y, and Z according to social media. And when they couldn't do X, Y, and Z according to social media, or what your friends, the single friends that were in your ear say, girl, you should have this. Oh no, why he got that? And whatnot. Then now you done ruined 50 relationships and looking for that one, that Letterman jacket wearer, and that Letterman jacket wearer don't want you. And now you don't know how to handle that. Now there's no guys out there. Oh no, there's no guys out there. They don't want regular women and whatever. Tables have turned. So I wish we would get back to where, everybody was on the same page and they just dated whoever they wanted to date, versus you're not good enough if you don't do da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Problem is that's not gonna happen for like a number of years. That's not gonna happen for like a number of years. And aside from have us having our own issues, the only issue that we have is that we cannot unsee what happened. We can't unsee it. No matter how many way we split it, we can't unsee it. And that's the reason why we're very cautious when it comes to women who claim to be in our spaces. Women who claim, that they're nerdy women. Okay, yeah, you can like that all you want, but we know that when you say that you're looking for a nerdy man, I know that that's not true. I have a feeling in my gut that that's not true. Because, yeah, sure, you can have your own hobbies, just like I can have mine, right? But are you, interested in a guy like me? No, not really. Not really. You'd rather have the guy that that wasn't into this stuff actually do right versus having me. Because you've never messed with someone like me, so why would you even give that a shot? And on top of that, let's go back to the other side of the spectrum again. You got burned so much that when I come around, oh, maybe I can talk to him. Meanwhile, you do not look how you looked when you was in school. Like, you really look like life put you through the ringer. And you coming to us, trying to make small talk, trying to have us be attracted to you now. And there's many things going on with you. There's many things wrong with you. We're not going to be falling for the trap like that. We're not falling for the trap. We're just not. A lot of us, including myself, would rather stay to ourselves and collect the things that we want to collect and enjoy things we want to enjoy than mess with any of you. Shoot, I done got proven this year yet again, that even in terms of having y'all as friends, it's a it's a bad thing too, because even then, y'all gonna keep around that same dude and it's gonna affect y'all's friendships. And you're not really gonna want to listen to the truth. Stay over there. Just stay over there. Hope everything works out. Point blank, period.